Qui, que, quoi, où, les mots interrogatifs. Du bricolage mental par Vicella. L'interrogation. One night, who knows when, you awaken on the cold, damp ground with lights blasting in your face, and you hear questions. Qui êtes-vous? Comment vous appelez-vous? Pourquoi êtes-vous ici? Où habitez-vous? Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Quel jour sommes-nous? Quand êtes-vous né? Who are you? How do you call yourself? Why are you here? Where do you live? What are you doing? What day is it? When were you born? Now, before we continue with the interrogation, we need to review questions that are answered by oui or non. There were 4 different types of question formats for making yes or no questions. Let's review them. The first one is to take a regular sentence. Vous parlez français. Put a question mark at the end, and when you pronounce it, your voice goes up at the end. That's why it's called rising intonation. Vous parlez français? The second way is to take that same sentence, vous parlez français, and put est-ce que at the beginning. Est-ce que vous parlez français? The third one is to take the same sentence, vous parlez français, and to add n'est-ce pas at the end, and you get this, vous parlez français, n'est-ce pas? And finally, you invert the subject and the verb. In other words, the verb comes before the subject. So rather than vous parlez français, we have parlez-vous français? Note that they're all the same question. The only thing that changes is the format, and that gives you more variety when you're speaking French. Now that we've reviewed the yes-no questions, let's take on a more interesting type of question. These are questions that rather than giving a yes or no answer, information needs to be given. So you might call these information questions. Let's go over the information question words, the interrogative words. Quand, où, pourquoi, comment, que, qui, combien, quel, and all of those 4 are called quel. And note please that combien could take de after it. We're going to see when that happens in a little bit. You probably noticed on the previous slide that I divided the words up into little groups, and the first 4 words were quand, où, pourquoi, and comment. You can add these to est-ce que questions. For example, look at the first. Quand est-ce que vous parlez français? When do you speak French? Où est-ce que vous parlez français? Where do you speak French? Pourquoi est-ce que vous parlez français? Why do you speak French? Comment est-ce que vous parlez français? How do you speak French? You might add those same 4 interrogative words to the beginning of inversion questions, if that makes a logical question. For example, quand parlez-vous français? When do you speak French? Où parlez-vous français? Where do you speak French? Pourquoi parlez-vous français? Why do you speak French? Comment parlez-vous français? How do you speak French? We'll treat the interrogative word que especially. Que means what? Now, que would normally come at the beginning of a question. If it's the direct object of the verb, you're going to note that there's going to be a subject of the verb in the sentence. I've marked the subject for you with a blue color, and que, of course, is marked in purple as the direct object. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? What do you want? Que voulez-vous? What do you want? Note to the right, you see the informal or incredulous form. Vous voulez quoi? You want what? Look at the next question. Qu'est-ce que vous mangez? Que mangez-vous? What are you eating? Vous mangez quoi? You eat what? The third question. Qu'est-ce que vous écoutez? Qu'écoutez-vous? What are you listening to? Vous écoutez quoi? You're listening to what? Qui means who. And note that qui will never lose its last letter. Do you remember that que, you might take off the final and put an apostrophe? Well, qui will never lose its final letter. So there won't be any apostrophes with the word qui. Let's practice. When qui is the subject of the verb, you won't see any other subject. So you'll know that qui is indeed the subject. Qui habite là-bas? Who lives over there? Qui aime le football? Who loves football? Or if you live in the United States, Australia, or Canada, who loves soccer? Qui ne peut pas nager? Who can't swim? Qui a 25 ans? Who's 25 years old? Look to the right. If who is the object of the verb, you're going to have a subject in the question. I marked the subject for you in blue. Qui regardez-vous? Qui est-ce que vous regardez? Who are you looking at? Qui écoute-t-elle? Qui est-ce qu'elle écoute? Who is she listening to? Qui est ce monstre? Qu'est-ce qu'il mange? Qui est-ce qu'il mange? Let's interrogate him. Saturne. Qu'est-ce que vous dévorez? Que dévorez-vous? What are you devouring? It appears to be a human figure. Saturne. Qui dévorez-vous? Qui est-ce que vous dévorez? Who are you devouring? You might know Saturn by another name, Kronos. Apparently Kronos, or Saturn, ate his male-born children, so they would never take his place. Earlier I told you that we were going to treat the matter of combien and combien de. Well, now is the moment. Combien means how many or how much. Note that you use combien de before a noun if you want to know how many of that noun. Let's take a look. Combien de chiens a-t-il? How many dogs does he have? Combien d'argent as-tu? How much money do you have? Take a look at combien when it has no de after it. Combien les oranges coûtent-elles? How much do the oranges cost? Combien coûte le café? How much does the coffee cost? Now we get to the interrogative word quel. Quel actually has 4 different spellings because it is an adjective and it must describe a noun in that situation. So if you have a masculine noun that's singular, you're going to use the masculine singular form of quel. Let's take a look at the examples. Quel âge as-tu? How old are you? Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? Quel sport est-ce que vous aimez? Which sports do you love? Quelles activités font-ils en hiver? What activities do they do in wintertime? Note that quel has the same pronunciation every time, except in the very last one. The reason why it's pronounced quelles is because the next word begins with a vowel sound. Quelles activités? Sometimes you have to add a preposition before who and what. For example, you might need to say to whom, or to what, with whom, or with what, or about what, or for whom, etc. In this situation, what you're going to use is qui for who and quoi for what. Let's practice these questions. À qui téléphones-tu? Whom are you calling? À quoi pensez-vous? What are you thinking about? Avec qui parlez-vous? With whom are you speaking? De quoi s'agit-il? What's it about? Pour qui chante-t-il? For whom does he sing? Avec quoi aimes-tu le café? With what do you like coffee? À bientôt! Vicella 2020